And what's up, YouTube? Southern Comic Geek coming to you here with a box break 2 or 3. Yes, I went to a con a few weeks back and picked up these whole boxes of cards on the cheap, which we'll talk about as I'm opening these packs. So if you want to see what I picked up in these boxes, you got to stay tuned for the video. Now, before we get into all this card goodness, go ahead and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification so when videos like this go up ever so randomly, you are one of the first people to know and can make the conscious decision as to whether or not to watch it now or later. As long as you watch it, we appreciate you. Talk about people we appreciate. The ever-growing list of YouTube and Patreon channel members. If you're interested in the benefits of either or both of these programs, then check out the link in the description below. All right, so I went to a con and saw these on the cheap. As a matter of fact, you can see they're $5 a piece. I said I couldn't pass it up. I've seen these right here. I used to actually have them. These right here, I have never seen the Dark Dominion. And then we have the Warriors of Plasm. I've seen the cards because I've gotten a box set before. But this is a 10 set. So it's a little bit different. We'll talk about that. The special edition 10 set. They had the regular box of cards, which I'm close to completing the set. Not something I'm going after, but I found it on the cheap. It was interesting. I picked it up. So let's go to the Warriors of Plasm thing first. And of course, with Warriors of Plasm, as with Dark Dominion, this is from whatchamacallit, Comics. Whatchamacallit. That's not the official name. I'll think about it in a minute. Defiant. Thank you. Defiant Comics, which was the company that Jim Shooter created after he was ousted from Valiant. It was his next to the last big hoorah. And of course, after it didn't work out at Defiant, he created Broadway, and that went away as well. So this is the 10 set. Let's move these cards out of the way so we can focus on whichever card breaks we are doing. So we got this right here. And let's see what this thing says right here. All right, so it says this is one of 25,000 official sets. 150 card Plasm 0 issue set on 18 pack stock or 18 point stock. A certificate for free comic book. I doubt I could get that anymore. 4 exclusive bonus cards. The Plasm level 2, number 404 card of the 14 point stock. A certificate of limited edition and an introduction by Jim Shooter. Cool. So let's see. Okay, that's pretty cool. So it shows the limited number right here. It's 368 from November of 1993. So this is the initial thing from Jim Shooter. It says the story takes place on Earth in an extra-dimensional universe dominated by an empire named Plasm. Natural laws in Plasm's dimension are same as they are on Earth, but nature of things is vastly different. Plasm is entirely organic. Everything is alive, buildings, vehicles, everything, and is genetically engineered to live for its purpose. Manipulation of living tissue is a normal on Plasm as changing of clothes on Earth. So plasmoids themselves are unimaginably diverse. Horns may appear in fashion this week, while next week twigs may replace their hair. The only uniform beings on Plasm are soldiers called Zoms, and they number in the billions because of Plasm's necessary militarism to sustain itself as well as grow. Plasm must continuously incorporate new biomass into its own, and it accomplishes this by conquering other worlds in its universe, hauling back prisoners, and mulching those peoples in a gigantic maw. Boy, that sounds lovely. The callousness towards death in this society is overwhelming, and the Empire thinks no more of subsuming additional biomass than we think of eating a salad. One such is Lorca, a high-ranking non-Zom or free thinker in the military. Lorca has always served as a loyal soldier, but he has gradually come to believe the sanctity of individual life because Lorca has the capacity to genuinely love which is an aberration on plasm. The seeds of his conscience were sown when the great love of his life was summarily taken from him and destroyed. Lorca successfully hides his true convictions, but his real goal is to bring about the destruction of the empire and establish a new order. So that's all you never wanted to know about plasm. So it's stuck to the front there, so that's where we'll leave it. So that is pretty cool. There's only like 13 issues in plasm, not counting the 0 issue. So if you're ever interested in reading plasm, you can generally find them fairly cheap. So this is to receive an exclusive comic book. If I was so apt to do so, I would mail it. It would probably somebody else in Connecticut probably has that P.O. box. Like, nobody's mailed me that in a long time. So we got Ark Tolsonic. And then we got this Heroes from Earth. Heroes from Earth, little foil cover there. Hey, that looks like me. And Principles from Plasm. So it's got a nice little fuzzy little thing there. And the cards. If there's anything under here, there is not. Okay. So move that out of the way. We'll pull these over here. Of course, that's the card that I showed a moment ago. And then we will move over here to this one. So we saw this one right here. Then we got the Council of Wizards. That's number 3. There's another card right here. We've got whoever that is. And the Feathered Serpent. So let's get these packs open right here. See what comes. So on these cards, they're scenes from the comic, and then on the back is another scene for the comic. So if you're putting this in a 9-page deal, if you're putting them in order, because you see the numbers right there, there's 18, this is 12. So if you're putting them in order, obviously they didn't come in order. The backs also tell a story as the fronts do. And then you have, then latter part of the numbers, you have the individual cards as well. Dang, these things are stuck together. Y'all hear that? All right. Not that I want to bend them, even though these probably will never be worth, an exorbitant amount of money or anything. So what I'm going to do is I'll keep that 10, of course, and I've got some card pages in one binder that has all my cards that I pick up here and there. I'm not buying card packs. Some reason about cards, because I used to collect baseball cards, all the X-Men Jim Lee cards, the Spider-Man Bagley cards, certainly the Marvel Universe Series 1, 2, 3, picked them up straight out of the packs and put the sets together that way, the old-fashioned way, right? Something about it, when I got back into comic and toy collecting, that the cards didn't really call back to me. It wasn't anything about the cards that said, this makes me feel really nostalgic, and I want to get to putting these back together, because I had binders and binders of other things, well, binders for the more valuable ones or the foil ones, but then like the at that time, now the Marvel cards have popped since then, but at that time, the ones that really weren't worth any money, I put in the cardboard boxes that were made for them. So yeah. So I put this set together here and there, talking about the comic of Warriors of Plasma. I put that set together. I finally got the last issue not too long ago, and so I just haven't put it together to read it all. Because in my comic collecting, about the time the comic shop here in my local town closed, was about the time Warriors of Plasma. And I remember the shop had like tons of them. By the time it came out, then one came out and they didn't order anymore, and that was about the time they closed up. So this is from Dark Dominion, which was another series in Defiant Comics. I've never seen these cards before, so pretty interesting to find one, and it was only $5, and so I said, Matt, give me that too. And the particular vendor that I got these from, I actually got a bunch of comics from too. So they had a lot of stuff, fairly reasonable price, and so they got a lot of my business. So it says, collect all 150 cards to complete your Dark Dominion Zero set. There's 9 cards per pack. Ask for details about the Zero issue album. Okay, who do I ask for these days? Fear is the root of all evil. So there's 36 packs per box. So 9 times 6 is going to be what, 54. 54. So 7. Yeah. So I guess in theory, am I doing my math right? 9 times 36. So that would be 21. 21 plus 260 something. Yeah, so in theory, I could have the whole set in this box. I don't know. I doubt it. It never was that easy. So used to, they would pop these out. I'm sure they still do. And they would stick it like so, and you would see it behind the counter like that. And you say, hey, give me a couple packs. That does bring some nostalgic goodies to me. Let's see. Special offer, see panel for details. So we've got a little deal with there, and then there's Defiant. Order the Dark Dominion Zero issue album. Collect and assemble the Dark Dominion Zero issue album. Holds and protects the entire card set. Comes complete with limited edition Zero cover art. Yeah. Says 4 to 6 weeks for delivery. I doubt it would get to me that quick. So, all right. My flesh is clothed with worms and clods or dust. Do you have to haggle me so? So it looks like they're very similar to the Warriors of Plasma cards, which would make sense. Same company was doing them. So they got the story that combined, the cards combined on the back there, and then have some character cards. Now, Dark Dominion is one that I'm still missing like 1 or 2 issues of. I like trying to find them in the wild as opposed to buying them on eBay. Much cheaper doing it that way too. And we got Dark Dominion This is the River Group presents Jim Shooter's Dark Dominion. So nothing out of the ordinary. And if I'm not mistaken, Steve Ditko did some art early on with Dark Dominion, and then he bowed out. Have you ever read anything about Steve Ditko? I don't know if he was schizophrenic, but he had some issues. All right, Ludwig. Ah. So there's another one of the packs. So I'll have to sort through these and see. I'll have to sort through these and find out which ones are doubles at the end of the day and which ones are not. So for the sake of time, because I don't think in this Dark Dominion stuff, I don't think there's any like holograms, random holograms that are pulled from any of this. I think it's just free quantum view lens enclosed. Use it to see the unseen of level 1 random insert cards. Huh. So there are. So where is the... Ah, there it is. How to use your Dark Dominion Quantum View lens. Remove the lens from the other side of the card by peeling away the card. Position the Quantum View lens vertically and place the smooth side on top of any Dark Dominion level 1 random insert card. Be sure to keep the edges flush. Huh. And you can see the thing. It's kind of... Okay. It's like a lenticular deal. So there are some. Okay. Let's see if we can find a level 1, at least to see what they're talking about here. Because usually when you have those kind of special cards, even if there's something that goes with it, you have to, you look at it and you say, okay, yeah, I can tell it's special. Okay. Here it is again. Watch on the, I'll have like all but one of the set like that. There's McDonald's. Ah, found one. Look at that. It's the same one, Heroes from Earth. It's the same one that we found in the 10 canister set. I'm assuming that's what they're talking about because, wow, it's a plasma card doing it in the Dark Dominion. And it might have been a connected universe. I'm really not that familiar with it if I am the Valiant, because I consider it like a Valiant cousin, so I pick them up, but I haven't. They weren't widely read. Let's see if we can catch another one here. There's another one of the examples of what's on the pack. But if that's what they're talking about, this doesn't really need anything else to make it shine like that. Or let's see if there's something else lying in the Dark Dominion. Oh. So I bought a pack, going back to the Warriors of Plasma, I had bought a pack, or a box, rather, and it was already open cards, but it was a whole box. So I tried to put a set together. The extras that I had, I just threw away. I didn't even keep them. I didn't figure there was anybody out there that wanted a set or a bunch of cards to Warriors of Plasma. So didn't keep it, just threw them away. So that's what I'm going to do with those regular cards, the Warriors of Plasma. I'm going to check through there and see if there is anything that I need. If not, that one set is good enough for me. Okay, this one has limited edition lithograph, not the card binder. Nothing else exciting. Got that one card. Almost opened the whole box just that quick. Like opening Christmas presents on Christmas Day. Waste no time, young man. Waste no time. Yep, nothing there. All the regular cards. I've seen some that are pretty much the same, so I don't think there's much of a hope of actually getting lucky and getting all of the ones that needed to complete the set, but that's not going to send me on a wild goose chase. And just like that one right there and that one. And the last pack of this box of 36 packs. Let's see, blue wing, no wing. That's it. So there was the one pack, the card, and it just so happened to be the one that I got out. Warriors of Plaza. That's it. Oh no, crap! Thought I got them all. Like, well, that sucks. Only got one card because usually, if you count the odds of stuff, the way it went with the Marvel cards and all the other cards that they had back in these days, there's usually 2, 3, 4 that you'd find in any given box. I never had big enough pockets, or I guess I want to use my income I did have to get a whole box, except on rare occasions. I know I bought a couple of boxes of Upper Deck, or even the Jim Lee. I think I bought a box of Jim Lee X-Men cards because I wanted to have the better option, better odds of getting the holograms. Yeah, those cards are all familiar. Special Dark Dominion message. See back panel for thing. So how to collect and assemble the Dark Dominion. Issue 0. There are 150 cards in the set. 117 come from the 26 interior pages of 0 issue plus 33 character cards. There are also 3 levels of Dark Dominion random insert cards. Level 1, let's see, 9 level 1, 4 level 2, plus very rare level 3 cards featuring original Steve Ditko art. Bonus, the Plasm level 2 4 card is also randomly inserted in Dark Dominion packs, which is what we got. Because remember, it was the level 4 card that they mentioned as being a big thing for the 10, but they just randomly got that as well. So, level cards contain some Steve Ditko art. So I thought that Steve Ditko had indeed, obviously, most well known for helping create Spider-Man, but win a Steve Ditko original art card. Wow, that'd be nice to get a hold of. It's fun to look back at old comics and find stuff that, man, if you just go back in time and pick them up, like a Hulk 181, where you can buy it from Mile High for little or nothing, especially compared to what it's worth today. So far, no good on getting anything else special that I've seen out of these packs. As we whittle down the rest of these packs here. Muriel, whoever that is. Let's see here. Nothing there. right. Come on, where's my level up card? Listen to me. Well, according to these packs, you can read that the one I got is the most rare of them all, and I'm like, this is the one I wanted. This is the one I wanted. And you paid $5 for it all, so there you go. Ooh, looks like we got one. Let's see what we got here. Yep. So this is Michael and Glory, number 3 of 4. Paranoia, born, stares, and make your skin crawl. All right, so we got one, it looks like there. So these must be level 2 because there's 4 of them. Be cool to get a very rare level 3 cards featuring Steve Ditko art. And the last one. You've been hanging with us the whole time, and you'll be hanging with us the rest of the time. Appreciate that. And that's a wrap, or an unwrap. So we got these 2 out of the box. And of course, because I got the box, I also got the little Dark Dominion deal. Huh. Didn't really do anything. I guess it's the other cards that I didn't get. Probably going to keep one of each one of those packs. Throw the rest of them away. Bunch of cards to go through. I'll put them in order and put them in sheets. So, and finally, we've got Deathmate. This is probably the more recognizable. If you were a kid of the 90s, you remember Valiant and Image teaming up to create Deathmate, which made a lot of sense, right? I mean, you were putting top tier creators together and should have been a hit. Well, the problem was, as was Image's problem in that day, is you had all of these folks that couldn't meet deadlines. And when it came out, it's just kind of like Doomsday Clock. You know, it would have been more well received, I think, had it actually come out when it was supposed to. So you got Shadow Man there on the side. Collect cards, Comics Ultimate Crossover, 8 cards per pack, 36 per box, 110 card set with special insert sets featuring light FX technology. There's Ninjak and Void and Solar, which at that time was a Valiant property. I think Solar and Void are the only ones on these packs. These are a little more skinny type, look like a little easier to open up. So I have seen these before. I don't remember if I had the whole series of them or not, but definitely cool. They combined the characters together, kind of like Marvel did with its Amalgam. Well, of course, Marvel did. Well, no, Amalgam was DC and Marvel characters. Of course, Grifter was a Jim Lee Wildstorm property, and when he went to DC, he sold that and them characters, and Grifter being more used here lately with the Batman title. So I'm excited to see that. But yeah, you had some Barry Windsor Smith goodness, Jim Lee goodness. Yeah, you had all the makings of what would have been, big selling book. All the amount of issues that were sold back in the day, the different colors. It just, this is Deathmate Atlas, Estonia. All the numbers are up here. Talks about various things. So there's all the makings. Just, you can have the best idea in the world, but poor execution has been the many a downfall of many a company. You see, you've got profit. Okay, there's another Deathmate Atlas card, number 6, which is the Barry Windsor Smith Solar one. Looks like it's going to be the continents right here. That's the name Atlas, right? Another Atlas card. Oh, same one. Great. Yeah, I remember getting all these packs, and you get these doubles, which always drove me bananas. And if you were lucky enough to have enough friends, because there wasn't no such thing as the internet and stuff back then, have some friends that were collecting the same ones and were missing the ones you had extras of, then you were in luck. But other than that, you just had doubles. Just like it or lump it, And that always sucked. It would have been cool if they had the Valiant ones, because they had some, which I have a whole set thanks to Daymares of the Valiant cards, but some of the Valiant cards had the Chromium cards. So this is a checklist here. And another Atlas, which is one of the ones I already have. I'm not going to have a whole map. What's going to go wrong? What am I going to do? Dang, these cards don't know what to do. We can breathe. Here's another Atlas card. Yay, a different part of the world. Archer action. That's the cover of Deathmate Orange, which you can only get in the previews. I have that. So that's kind of cool. I've got most of the gold issues of Deathmate. Already. And I mentioned I had the orange and the pink one, which are some of the kind of harder ones, the preview editions you had to come by. And there's the Atlas I already got again. Looks like much the same pack I had a while ago. And there is another Atlas that I don't have. So that's good. Supreme, which was everybody's got to have a Superman-esque type. That was Image's Superman type. One of Solar's split personalities here. And then we got Deathmate Atlas, so another one of the ones I did not have. That's good. So cards are, packs are easy to open, but getting the cards to open is another totally different story. I got that Atlas. Tell you, talking about Deathmate, this is the preview cover that you get. But talking about Deathmate, somebody's got a cool art piece. It's Jim Lee, or Barry Windsor Smith drawing, Jim Lee doing the inks. It's like, but it's one of the pages in Deathmate. And Scott from Hoarder's Hat has one, has it. One. And it's like, man, go ahead and sell me that one. There's Ninjak, one of the Atlases there. I might have all 9 of the Atlases when we're said and done. I already had some cards here. All right, let's see here. Nothing really exciting in these Deathmate packs. I mean, cool art, like the Barry Windsor Solar stuff, and seeing all the Valiant characters and the Image comic book characters like Wildcats. I mean, that's cool. But I spoke too soon. So check that out. If I can get that to shiny. So this is Players of Deathmate. I really can't. There we go, right there. You can see it right there. So finally got one. This is the guy from Marks the base of Cyber Force. But Geomancer, Strike Team, Striker, Impact, Livewire, and Stronghold. These are the heroes that the Geomancer recruits to the Storm Harada Citadel. They reach Harada and convince him of the universal threat of Deathmate. But can they get past the Egg Breakers? So, got one hologram. That's pretty dope. As soon as I said the pack I have in my hands, the one that has it. That's pretty cool. So let's see here. Do this. A lot of cards that, and same way mentioned earlier about the Warriors of Plasm. I just don't know a lot of people that are looking for Deathmate cards. Oh man, I've been looking to collect that set for years. I doubt it. So probably just throw away these devils. Atlas. I don't think I have that one. Nope. Here's a transition. Ah, there we go. A little prismatic goodness right there. The moment Sting. Since the day Sting realized the evil of Toyo Harada, he has devoted his incredible psionic powers to battling the Harbinger Foundation, but Deathmate effect completely changes history and the horrific new reality. Sting is Harada's most powerful soldier. Known as Lieutenant, he uses his unstoppable Omega power to enforce Harada's will, putting a swift end to all opposition. I don't remember if I had the whole set. I mean, I had some of the Deathmate cards, but don't know that I've ever seen any of the special ones out of this pack. Another one. Players of Deathmate. Let me see if I can. Okay, so you see all the. So, a love to end all time. Void and Solar, the Explorer, which is one of Solar's split personalities. Irresistible genocidal. When the two energy beings of different universes embrace, the mingling of the power sets off a reaction that unifies our worlds and destroys the new reality. So there you go. So we've got several of those. That's pretty cool. Same ones on that. Nothing overly special yet. That's one of the covers. I think that's Deathmate Blue cover there. might have to get some more pages. No, I never took those other pages back from Walmart. Accidentally, when I was putting the sets together and putting them in order and then putting in the pages, I bought some pages, clear pages to put your cards down in at Walmart, and bought too many, but I never took that other pack back, so I think I'm good on pages. Let's see, winding it down here. And that is it. So these are the 3 that we got out of there. And that hologram right there. All right. So tell me what you think about these card breaks. Did you collect these cards back in the day? Do you still collect those cards? Or you just say cards is just another wormhole that my wallet doesn't need to go down? I appreciate those of you who stop by to check this video out and any other videos on the channel. I do unboxings, mystery boxes, comic book auctions, etc., mostly comic books, but occasionally you'll find something like this with cards and even the action figure variety. If you have not already, go ahead and sub me up and hit that bell notification so you don't miss anything. Appreciate you for watching today. Till next time, keep reading, keep collecting. Adios.